Okay, we're on Masechet Challah, Perek Bet, Mishnah Aleph. First Mishnah in the second chapter of Challah. I want to dedicate this learning to the memory of my father, Rab Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Here we are, Bet Aleph. Okay, we know the Torah tells us, as we're going to see, that Challah is a mitzvah hatluya ba'aretz. Mitzvah hatluya ba'aretz means it's dependent on taking off Challah you do in Eretz Yisrael. And we're going to see, I don't know if we're going to see, but we should see, even though it's a mitzvah tluya ba'aretz, Chazal made a gzeira. They decreed that it should also apply in Chutz La'aretz midirabanan. But the level of in Eretz Yisrael and Chutz La'aretz is very different. That in Eretz Yisrael it's a mitzvah d'oraita, and in Chutz La'aretz it's a d'rabanan. When the Mikdash is kayam, when the Mikdash is not kayam, that's part of the discussion. In its ideal form, in Eretz Yisrael, it's a d'oraita. So the mitzvah, the Mishnah talks about a different case. What happens if I took fruit from Eretz Yisrael outside of the land? Because we know Trumot and Ma'asot are mitzvah hatluya ba'aretz, that if I take Jaffa oranges outside and take it to New Jersey, I have to take off Trumot and Ma'asot in New Jersey. But what happens if I take produce, grain from Eretz Yisrael? That's a machloket. It says the Mishnah, Perot chutz la'aretz, shenichnusu la'aretz. If I take produce of chutz la'aretz and I bring them into the land, chayavin b'chala. So that grain, if I bring winter wheat from Russia and I grind it in Israel, and then I make it into dough, chayavim b'chala. I have to take off challah. Why? It says the Mishnah. It says Bartanura Dichtivitz. It says El haaretz asher aninu mevi etchem shama. That's a pasuk. Let's look at the pasuk. Says the Torah. Daber b'nei Yisrael. We've seen this pasukim a few times already, but it's worthwhile to see again. Daber b'nei Yisrael v'yamarta aleihem. Said the Jewish people. Bevoachem el haaretz asher ani mevi etchem shama. When you come to the land to which I will bring you, the way I'm bringing you. And then, then when you eat from the bread of the land, then you should tarimu truma. You should designate truma, and that's challah. Okay, challah. Great. So this pasuk of El Haaretz tells you that perot that came to the land chayavim bechallah. What about the opposite? Yatzu mikan desham. What if they left from Eretz Yisrael? They took wheat, and you brought it to New Jersey. Rabbi Eliezer mechayav, Rabbi Akiva poter. What's the nature of the machloket? It's also a drasha in the psukim. Let's see the Bartanura. Rabbi Eliezer mechayev, because it says, "Vayabach lechem milechem haaretz." Let's look back at the pasuk. Remember, we said that the Tanakama learned from El Haaretz Asher Ani Mevi. So anything in the land. But the next pasuk is, "Vayabach lechem milechem haaretz." When you eat from the bread of haaretz. And here it's the other way around. Is it lechem haaretz if I take grain to chutz la'aretz? Says Rabbi Eliezer, yes. Milechem haaretz. Bein she'atem ochlim oto ba'aretz, bein she'atem ochlim oto b'chutz la'aretz. It's called lechem haaretz. Ho'il, since v'lechem haaretz, since the grain was grown in Israel, that's lechem haaretz. Chaya b'chala. So what does Rabbi Akiva say? Rabbi Akiva poter. He says no. Rabbi Akiva says, let's read it again. Okay? Asher ani mevi etchem shama. So the word shama, okay, tells us something there. Rabbi Akiva says, Shama mashma le mi'uta. It's a mi'ut. Mi'ut means it's excluding something. Shama atem mechayvim. There you are obligated to take challah. Ve'en atem mechayvim b'chutz la'aretz. And you are not in chutz la'aretz. Af al pi she'atem ochlim milechem haaretz. So Rabbi Akiva understands that the mitzvah of challah is on both the fruit that you take to chutz la'aretz, the fruit of chutz la'aretz in Eretz Yisrael. Okay? I'm sorry. Rabbi Akiva says it's only in Eretz Yisrael. Whereas the fruits of Eretz Yisrael and Chutz La'aretz, you're not chayav. So it's totally dependent upon where you make the bread. If it's baked in Eretz Yisrael, then you're chayav. If it's baked in Chutz La'aretz, you're patur. Whereas Rabbi Eliezer says no. Both if I bake it in Eretz Yisrael, even though it's fruit from Chutz La'aretz, or fruit from Eretz Yisrael in Chutz La'aretz, both are chayav. The Bartanura says, L'alecha ki Rabbi Akiva. Nonetheless, we are knowing that Chazal made into a gzeira, and we also take off challah midrabanan, even in Chutz La'aretz anyway. We'll stop here. If you have any comments or questions, as always, email me at this address. Have a good day.